Hello everyone. Good morning and happy Sunday. We are back. We are live. We are here, ready to claim our rewards and get some money. We're up to 30.7 billion. So pretty good. Pretty good. I think 2 days ago we had $0. So to have 30 bill today, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Most of that, wait. Okay, we have 30.3 billion. Most of that came from, I couldn't even tell you what, but most of it was not from grinding. I'll tell you that. It must have just been stuff we had listed or whatever. But hello everyone. Good morning. Aaron, hello. Good morning. Talon, hello. Good morning. Cirkson, hello. Rip your sleep schedule. I woke up at midnight my time, which was about an hour ago, so I did sleep. But what really is a sleep schedule, you know? It's a meme. Jinx, hello, good morning. Also for a point redeem, do a yard duel. Man, that's interesting. Tayar would be interesting. 28 out of 30 taps on DNA Mythical. Still have to save up more roots for taps. Hey, 2 to go and you got it. This qualifies morning for you. It is technically 1 in the morning. Look at that little loophole. Isn't that a cool loophole? Good morning, Tyrannus. Happy Easter if you celebrate it. It's Easter? What a freaking degen I am. I didn't even know it was Easter. Happy Easter, I guess. Yesterday was a good day for me on Osers. Yeah, man. Imbued Heart. Pretty good. Pretty cool. And some sailing levels. Okay. Let's claim our stuff. I was able to do 3 boss splits. 3 of the actual like C8, C9s. So we get Sangoon Calamity 8 rank 13. Sangoon Calamity 9 rank 18. My times were not good. My times were not good here, but they were there. We were on the board, okay? And also number 11 for C8 Big King. Now, our guild stuff was a little bit slower this time for our hard mode bosses than last time, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. Our guild got some rankings in there. So we'll receive all these rewards. Look at all this stuff. Okay, these I think are just the bundles for doing well. Which is not bad. Oh, there's ads. There's ads. I guess we'll wait. May as well wait, because we're going to pull like 8 duo Debos in here. Easy top 5 worst item to go dry on for an Iron Man. Were you technically not dry on that? Were you technically, that's like the only thing in history you've been not dry on? That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool that you got it. 3 superiors from being on rate. So you got lucky. Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good. Okay, we got 35 seconds of ads and then we'll open more stuff. More stuff. More stuff. We need to make some serious freaking money from these rewards. Want to upgrade it, and for that I have to grind Muspa. Trying to get some metal dragon tasks and kill some rune dragons so I can get dragon crossbow. Is Muspa the big fat blob that puts the spikes on the floor? And if you take too long, then the whole room fills? Is that the guy? Why is the loot sick? Because it contracted malaria? I don't know. Okay, now that ads are over, we shall continue opening our rewards. Let's open the rewards that I achieved myself first, which are the Sangoon stuff. Rank 3 Sangoon reward. We cheered. We got an Essence of Tayback. That's kind of interesting. Whatever that is. And a crystal, another Voltarion Thunderbolt. 200 mil gold bars. Okay. C9 rank 3. We didn't cheer. 200 mil gold bars. 9 essence. C8. Okay. Decimation. 200 mil. Maybe we'll cheer for one of these. We sure didn't. Essence of Tayback. I guess we're making a Tayback belt. I think the conversion rate is bad. Yeah, just looking at it. 50 magical shards. And a Tungrad belt. I can't imagine that that's worth it, because I don't think Tayback belts are really worth much, right? Okay, Bong Wang box. We need some duo Debos here. If I get Pry Debos, I am going to keep Pry Debos, because I have not done the Adana quest line. So I'll keep those for that. I need 5 of them total. Other than that, everything gets yeeted. Okay, we got 2 base Debos. 300, 450 mil. More crystals that are just useless. 50 Caphras. 5 of these. Do we cheer? We didn't cheer. Okay. Base Debos. Okay, Jigwe. More base Debos. Okay. Another Giran. 5 of these. Do we cheer? We sure don't. Putri, come on. We got an Acidal necklace. And nothing else. Classic. Do we cheer at least? We don't. These are not going that well. These are not going that well. Need at least 28 inventory slots to open. Scam game. I'm just gonna convert these actually, now that I'm looking at it. They're more useful converted. Okay, now we should have room. Now we should have room. Be young. Come on, give me some good Debos here, please. 1 base Debo ring and a Kebi charm for a stack. That's something. What kind of stack is it? 120 stack. This is a pretty bad week for us, man. Bulgazel's got to carry it. Come on, Bulgazel. 1 duo Debo ring. Okay. Okay. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. It could have gone way better than that, but it's not that bad. And we cheered for something. We cheered for one of these. Which one was it? We got a Twisted. That's worth 700 mil. We got a 700 mil Lightstone. Okay, all said and done, it's not that bad. It's not insane. It wasn't even as good as the last time we opened these, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad, guys. I swear. I swear. Let's just yeet things on the market ASAP. Oof. That's not going to sell for a while. Get those up there. Get those up there. When we get more videos of progression, or like watching them on my second monitor, it takes a lot of time to make videos, and I am not a human being that has a lot of time. I am working on the next one, but I'm not a full-time content creator, so I work a full-time plus job. I have other responsibilities, so things are very, very slow for me. I am working on another one, but probably, gosh, at least another week. And it just takes that long, you know? Kind of just is what it is. It just takes a long time. Carried? Hardly carried. You never sell Debos on day reset. Wait a few days, they'll go up by Monday or Tuesday. They don't actually go up by that much. Rings the entire week sell for about 450. Necklaces the entire week sell for like $350. That's why I listed it there. It's because like it's not actually crashed that much. And the duos don't actually like change by that much. And it'll take 4 days for that to sell anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. Plus we're talking the difference of like really not much money. Like maybe 100 mil difference. Okay, how we looking? How we looking? Get all this stuff back in here. We made 4 bill raw cash money. Pretty good. I guess I'll just throw this in Asperkin. Simple alk these. Debo belt has already sold. Look at that. 432. Not bad. People are just gamblers on NA, man. If you're on EU, everybody races to the bottom, but on NA, they don't. Can of Juice Monster here in the Philippines is only $1.60. What the heck? I haven't even like looked for the Juice Monster. Why do I only have 27 minutes of loot scroll left? Maybe we grinded almost 5 hours, I guess. Okay, on to the Nova. No cheer pog. 50 stream streak, Mr. Cookie Holy. 50 streams. What are you even doing, man? Yeah, so I'm probably like halfway through the rough cut on a video. Mr. Grimm, I wish I had more time for it. It's just like realistically, okay? Realistically, I still do it because I like having content there. But it realistically is just not worth the time for me to even bother making videos in the first place. From like a time investment versus output perspective. But I do still make videos because I know a lot of you guys like videos. So we do it. But realistically, if I was like a creator who was focused purely on growth and purely on like time spent versus growth, I would not be making YouTube videos at all. Five Trace of Thunderbolts. We're basically there. Basically another week. We'll have Altaria. Oh man. Okay, I think we just rock up to the grind spot now. I think we're ready. Let me make sure everything makes sense here. We have 35 bill. My duo ring sold for 3 bill already. Look at that. 37.3 bill. We'll probably make it to 40 bill today, in fact. That'd be sick. That'd be amazing. I need to double check also my actual drop rate for this spot, because my telescope hours very heavily based on it. And I put in what I think my drop rate is, but I haven't checked in a while. Okay, so it'd be 186 plus 50 is 136.5. So 240. Will be 240. And I don't think that's what I have in for my drop rate. I think I have less than that. I have 220. So instead of 165 hours for the piece, on average, it'll be 155. We'll literally just save 10 hours. Quick math. Quick math. Look at that. Made 10 bill yesterday from 3 hours of DSR without my origin selling it. Well, you're doing better than I am, because I make like 1 bill, 1.2 bill without the origins. But of course my clear speed is like bleh. We are on a suck nova, you know? Well, I guess I could sell my Kafirs. 256 Kafirs. I don't think my Essence of Dawn have sold from last week either. So maybe I should relist those. I literally think the ones last week still haven't sold. Let me double check here. Yep, they're still listed at 70.5. Look at that. Absolutely crashing. Well, let's get the Kafirs up at least. 600 million Kafirs, that's something. Got a monster on sale for 77 cents. That's so cheap. I wonder if I can just sneak by these guys and have them leave me alone. If I just snuck over here, you guys gonna leave me alone? Yes, sir. Don't fall off, don't fall off. Okay. Put it right in the middle. In the middle. Okay. Gotta get cruising. Also, I need a sippy. We need a sippy. You guys hear me absolutely chugging that? Totally. Ooh. It was not a sip, it was a hefty chug. Recently I got in a gathering, got a minigame from a plant, got 20 gold chests, 400 sharps, easy money for one plant. What the heck, dude? That's amazing. Heck yeah. Good for you, man. Big money. Big money. Okay. Let's see. We need our pets out. Let's try not to forget anything this time. Yeah? I always forget something when I start the hour. Let's try not to. Okay, we don't have any tent buffs. Let me buy some tent buffs. Can I just buy 4? Because that's all I have the money for right now. Okay. I have church buff. I have villa. I have AP buff. We'll turn this on. This is set to go with harmonies. I have 8 of them. We're good. We're good there. Let me get loot scroll on. Pets out. That's on. Pop the harmony. Summon Axion. Start our tracker. That has got to be everything. I shouldn't be missing anything, I don't think. Agris. Okay. Okay, now we're good. That's not a sip, that's a toilet flushing. Yeah, the toilet of my drink flushing down my throat. I hear you're at Orzekia, by the way, Talon. How's that feeling over there? You doing that on the Zerker or are you on the Guardian? I'm willing to destroy my throat for you guys. What? Made me thirsty? I was thirsty. Another Debo ring has sold. We're gonna be rich, boys. We got 38 bill. Heck yeah. 38 bill. Guardian? Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. 3.5 bill an hour. It's pretty good, man. Pretty good money. The trash is worth a huge amount. It's pretty nice. Maybe one day they'll fix the Nova pet situation, you know? It's kind of weird to do no damage to things that are right in front of you. 14k no Agris. And they're worth, what, like 100 something K? So 1.4 bill without Agris? Sheesh. Pretty good. Decent chunk of change. Okay, we got to settle in. We got to settle in. We just hit 150 hours tracked in the tracker since I started using that, and we started using that at Jade Forest, so we have to double that to reach the average for the telescope piece from here. So everything I've done since I got the tracker, I think that was like 2 months ago as well. We need to do again, but here. So another 2 months probably to get the telescope piece, in which case I should have easily one Debo and be either at the second one or a lot of the way to the second one. Which is good, because I'm pretty sure I will need both. Probably more than both. The other day, having fun is important. Yeah, buddy. I quite like Darkseekers. I didn't really care for Tungrad that much, but Darkseekers is chill. It just fits more classes better. So at Tungrad, I felt like I couldn't play the Nova because it just felt really bad there. And I was kind of like locked in on Guardian at the time. But I've tried a couple of classes at Darkseekers now, and I feel like they all just do totally fine, so I can kind of play whatever I want here. It's nice. Getting dropped today. Hog. Which piece? Cheese wheel or double barrel? It's a Kumi. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well. Actually, you're very good with the egg event for extra mob event. The problem with the eggs is that they try to follow you. They just do it very poorly. So they end up like teleporting away from you. It's really annoying. But if we can get some crons to go on our main hand, that would be kind of nice. That'd be kind of nice. I'm telling you, Sedekia spots right there. I was waiting for more mobs. The cheese, huh? That would be the piece that keeps me at Darkseekers, I'll tell you that. If we get the Darkseeker piece, then I'm incentivized to move away to get the cheese. Good morning, Orgel. Happy Sunday. I hear it's Easter. Or whatever that's worth. What kind of cheese are we talking about? We're talking about the metal kind of cheese. Metal cheese. Caffers have sold? We're freaking rich. Guys, we made 8.6 bill. Just this morning. I haven't even done anything. Pretty good. Pretty good. Kind of like a bill a day if you only do the bosses. Yeah, and like that's not even all the stuff. Yeah, I think between guild bosses and hard mode bosses, it's something like 10 bill a week. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Notch Buddha just subscribed with Prime.
Hey, Nutta Buddha. Thank you so much for the Prime, man. Really appreciate the support. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Yeah, it's like, it's really interesting because it's a super low amount of work as well. Like, we start guild bosses at like 7:15, and we're done with guild bosses and the hard mode bosses like by 8. You know what I mean? It's super quick. So it's like 10 bill in an hour, but the payout for the second half of it doesn't happen until Saturday reset. But the payout for the guild boss portion happens immediately. So it's like two little influxes. It's big money, man. It's big money. Also, I finally started making some money from fishing, which is Pog. We had that 1.2 bill work session, and then while I was sleeping, I was fishing, and we made 500 mil again, which is about 10 times as much as I have been making. Pretty nice. So hopefully that'll chip away at our Debos as well. We got to get to 375. So I have to do a little bit of math on that, because I think if we get Oct main hand, Oct offhand, that will be 7 AP. That'll put us at 264, and then 2 Debos is 5 more AP a piece, so that put us at 274. So if I get 1 Debo to deck and get Oct main hand, Oct offhand, we should be at 375. We'll have to see, like, cost-wise, if it's more efficient to go Oct or if it's more efficient to just go for a 3rd Debo. That's what I'm not sure about. I'll have to actually do some math on that. But one of those 2 methods is probably how we'll get to the AP. And then we'll start working on our armors again. Like AFK fishing when I sleep or go to work. Fishing, good steady income. I've made like really historically bad money over the last 3 weeks fishing. Like we're talking 100 mil a day over, you know, like 15 hours of fishing or something. And it's just now starting to get better. Just starting to get better. Didn't know you're allowed to use the streamer client for fishing. I didn't either, man. We just figured it out yesterday. Do you have the fish tank? I do, yep. I'm able to keep all the blue grade fish and not fill up, so I keep all blues. Just because it's a little bit more juice on it, you know? Put it on goldfish. Yeah, like if you don't run out of inventory space, like I guess because I only do 8 hours and then I check it before work. I don't like sleep and then wake up and then go to work without checking it. So it's never more than 8 hours that I'm AFK fishing, and because of that, I never actually fill my inventory. So I like to keep the blue fish. It's like, it's not much, but it's something. An extra, you know, 30, 40 mil a night maybe. Kind of swear the Dan is spot for fishing. Been a little bit since I last tried it. I've had terrible luck everywhere I've tried, except for Velia's doing a little bit better for me now, but currently living in Orbita at 380 AP. I'll be there soon, TM. Couple of Debos, we'll be there. You should work at 12-hour night shifts, go to bed and do it 2 days. Have a fishing event for extra money. Man, that's a lot of... Yeah, I suppose like goldfish would be a good selection for you then, since you're away for longer. Makes a lot of sense. Makes sense. Right at the teleport location. Maybe I'll try it. They've been like doing some buffing of fishing locations recently. But the nice thing about Velia is that there's multiple different types of redfish. So you just make a lot of money in redfish. A Kabua fragment. A little bit of money. Okay. Okay. I was trying to implement a feature that estimates the FPS you get in games based on your hardware. Just using like user data of hardware. That'd be pretty interesting. I watched a guy yesterday on Twitch. He's farming casually on season, making 7 bill an hour. So I think season is underrated. How is he making 7 bill? Unless he's getting a potion every hour, which is not happening at Kadri. Like, Kadri is good money for what it is, but it's not 7 bill an hour. And it's only good money because, like, potions and stuff. Blackstones. If he's using this tracker, by the way, you can set custom prices for that, so... His name is Grimkill. Yeah, I know Grimkill, like, farms Kadri, but it can't be 7 bill an hour. That's just not possible. Everyone in the game would be there if it was 7 bill an hour. Something about crafting things? Yeah, potions. But it's not 7 bill an hour, it's 7 bill per craft. And that's 7 bill every... probably 30 hours or 40 hours. Like, it is good money for what it is. But it's not 7 bill per hour. But Kadri drops the Atanas elements, so that's where the money is there. Kind of potion you craft with a resource from Kadri, HP pot or the mana pot, because it drops the Atanas elements. That's what he's doing. Get really lucky to get the entire potion per hour. Yeah, just get 300 Atanas real quick. Just a cool 300 Atanas real quick. Just do it. Just get it. Try to play something else than Awakening Witch, but I can't get off her. Is it just comfortable? Is that what you're looking for? Is something comfortable? Or do you just like the aesthetic of Witch? Click the buttons on the keyboard really fast. That's a strat. Tried Awakening Gusa? I have. I have tried every single class in the game except for Succession Valk and Succession Wusa. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to think about. But too much, don't really know if I could play another class. Around 3,000 hours on her. I'm level 66. Okay, so I played Zerker for 8 years. Something like 35,000 hours. And I was able to move on. So, like, you definitely can do it. It can be done, for sure. For sure. And now every time I touch a Zerker, I get annoyed by it and I don't play it anymore. Classic. But there's nothing wrong with Witch. There's nothing wrong with staying with your Witch, which is pretty good, so. It's not like you're missing out on anything to play something else, you know? Trisec Valk, it's great. The movement, though. The movement, it's so, like, rigid. Bleh. Why can't it be like Awakening with the movement? Used to main suck Wusa. All the nerfs in general neglected the classmates which offer, and I'm a suck wizard enjoyer. Gotta be on that S tier grinder, eh? Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Tried grinding on pre-ascension shy though. Oof. Just boomeranging people. Oof. Just uncertain what to pick on tag. Well, there's no harm in trying some stuff out. Tagging's pretty cheap, so. Just figure out what looks cool. Tag it, try it out. If you hate it, no harm done. You have to switch, might as well do something good. Yeah, that's definitely like a favored mentality of the BDO community. But I don't, like, I switched to something that's not good. And it's because I think it's cool. You're sitting in the Necromancer waiting room. Is that even like a confirmed class? Or is that just like some lore garbage that people are latching onto? I feel like there's been no indication. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure that all just comes from like random lore from one person that made like a heckin' reach for some lore. Because I'm pretty sure it was Verdict. And I'm pretty sure the reach for the lore was like crazy. Like it was quite a leap to get there. But you know, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't listen to this man. He rolls at least 22 times a day. True that. Apparently a lot of people seeing a whole Dark Prince quest chain was interpreted as such. Well, it started with Verdict's video, because Verdict had a video before the Dark Prince thing came out. I didn't watch the video, but I saw the thumbnail and I heard about it. But I don't know. That doesn't come from PA, obviously. That comes from a guy on the internet, and those people can't be trusted. Now that suck on Suck Falc, good enough movement like WF, WRB, space. Yeah, but like the shield chart just kind of feels weird. It's very immobile. Valk as a class, especially Succession, very immobile. And I just don't like that. I just don't like it. We can hope. That's why I call it copium. Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool, I guess. I don't think that they could have like an actual necromancer because we can't have skeletons in the game in certain areas, so... Or maybe it's zombies we can't have, something like that. So I'm not sure how necromantic it would be, but whatever. Since when? Since the game was published in China. China does not allow, like, zombies or skeletons or whatever. How does Nova still exist? Because they're not skeletons or zombies. They're just little creatures. See? They're just like little creatures. They're like demons or something. Specters, problem solved. Yeah, it'll probably be something like that. But I think visually they can't be like zombies or skeletons, so they'll probably just be like spirits or something. I'm not sure. They'll find a loophole if they actually make the class, you know. Hello, Mango Pango. Good morning. Good morning. Doing pretty good. We are working on our goals. I know our title says that we have 30 bill or something. What does it say? 30 out of 165 bill. But we actually have 38 bill because I claimed my hard mode boss rewards. So we have 38 bill. Pretty good. Pretty good. How's a main hand enhancing? Not good. 0 for 40 still. I haven't gotten any crons lately, so we are not getting anywhere. The crons from this event just aren't enough. Spent 85 bill today. Got Jack. Are you enhancing something? What are you enhancing? Oh, you updated my money. That's awfully nice of you. Rockaboo right here, and then you'll have to update the title again. To be like 45 bill. Fragment frick. Frick. It could have been so cool. We could have doubled Talon's workload. Gosh dang it. Nov main hand? Frick. I've spent, I think, we're up to like 170 bill, technically, I've spent on my frickin' Hex main hand. And it's not even 7. Most of it was free crons, but they still have value, right? So, and it'll cost me another 55 bill to finish, because we're definitely going to pity it. Just printed 150 bill today, Pandeva. How much did it cost you to make, though? Unless you one-tapped it, in which case you printed 120 bill. Because of the TET. China's own game client for Counter-Strike that changes the skulls on skins into normal faces. Yeah, classic. PA is very anti-multiple versions of the game, so they'll just change everyone's. You know what I mean? Nothing from Blitz reward. So you got a duo from Blitz and then 2 bases, and you just... I guess 3 bases, you smacked it all the way up? Because that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. What's trying to do about Hex or Soldier's Grave? They don't have it. Does not exist. Pretty cool. So I guess in that way they do have like 2 client versions. Or maybe there's like a step that they can do to just remove those 2 spots. I'm not really sure how that works. Those for base for except for 1. I bought it try. Brother. Maybe they changed it as Chuck E. Cheese. I think the spots are just empty. Like, obviously the land is still there, but I don't think it spawns mobs there. Should reskin them like they do all the other spots. Yeah, just put like Ackman mobs there or something. Something that just like very obviously doesn't make sense. Had to try from grinding? No, I can buy my last armor piece. Yeesh. Big progress. Congrats, man. I have a few Debos to go. You know? And by a few, I mean 5. And then I gotta get 4 Tet armors. But other than that, we're basically there. We're basically done. Still the boss rewards, you get that 8 bill? I did, yep. Not even all of the boss rewards have sold. And we're up 8 bill. Pretty huge. So the good money? Yeah, the hard mode bosses are insane money. And guild bosses also. It takes like 40 minutes to do guild bosses and you get 5 bill. Super worth. Very, very worth to join a guild that does guild bosses. So I'm going to buy my Pen Scythe Blackstar so I could click. He's addicted to gambling, boys. He's addicted. I'm gonna need more drink. We're gonna have to do the whole chug jug thing again. Gotta wake up, man. Also, I need to get working on my level because I would love to not be the guy that just runs from the target at U3. But everybody's like level 65 and 66, man. Toilet flush incoming soon, TM. Probably after this pack. We gotta do it. Let me move over to the horse physically, though, so I don't pull. Okay. Tasty. Back to the glug glug action. Yeah. Stuff you can only get here. They call that what? ASMR? ASMR? ASMR. I also have asthma, so it's a double whammy. Finally move your gaming setup to the toilet? No, I moved the toilet to my gaming setup. That's why it's glugging like that, because it just goes onto the floor. Someone just got the double barrel piece? It wasn't me, was it? Was it me? We're probably not on the same channel because I had to swap. It wasn't me, Sag. Holy, I got turned around there. At least the sanding is finished. It's like, it's literally 1 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. So like, they probably aren't done with the sanding. It's just the middle of the night, so. Also, it's the weekend. How do you get the Civic T9 horse? I try to make Doom with 100, 50-50, but I get Pegasus instead. It's RNG, man. Like, you can have a slightly better chance at the specific horse you want if you do 200 on one of them. And like whatever the other combination is, it's much more expensive to do it that way, but it's RNG. Your best bet, honestly, is to just camp the horse market. If you go into your settings and you turn on the horse market registration alerts, then when one gets listed, it'll show up at the top of your screen. And from there, you have 10 minutes before it will show up on the market. That is the single best way to get the horse that you want. I bought a male and a female unicorn, as well as a male doom doing that. And so that's like by far the best way to do it. Making your own T9s is not ideal. Good morning, Rados. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. I've had asthma to string tags. Do people like search for people with asthma to watch? That would seem crazy. Bob Villa was making all kinds of noise the other day. The sandening. There's like drilling and sanding going on. Was that on Friday? Yeah, I would just buy them though, because like the amount that you're going to spend to make it is probably the same or more as just buying the thing. All hail Talon? What? What? Are we scamming Talon? Are we scamming the title? Kind of frustrating. At least I can sell T9 Pegasus. Yeah, you'll just get like nuked on money, but you know, at least you'll recoup some of that. But I'd probably just buy them, man. That was there last time. You didn't notice. What? I can't even see my own title. If I just push this, check this out. Bam. Get yeeted. You horse market got a lot of Argonauts, no Dooms, no DNA. Yeah, you just have to wait for them to show up. They do pop up. That's what that registration thing is for. Same thing with NA, like there's basically 0 T9s on the market, but they do get listed. So if you have that market registration notice, you'll actually be able to be prepared to buy it. Got a dip, might be back later. Alright, Aaron. Have a good Sunday, we'll catch you later. We're just going to be going in, I guess not even circles anymore, it's just lines. .2% XP. I also guess I should start running some like J scrolls and stuff, because that would help my average a lot. I think it gave me like 20 something J scrolls. Or drop rate more gooder. Double sealed there. We're up to about 20k trash. I guess I do only have 22 minutes left. We've been here 40 minutes already? Sheesh. Sheesh. Man, if we can get 40 bill today, that'd be sick. I think we're like guaranteed to get 40 bill. I think that was my goal yesterday, was to see about getting to 40 bill. We're basically there already. Should still have a couple Debos listed as well. What's my money look like? 38.6. We need 1.4 bill. Also, we used like 14,000 paint in an hour at Hex yesterday, which is kind of a lot. I think I usually use like 8,000 paint an hour. That was at Thornwood, I suppose. $300 spot Hex, yeah, apparently. I was burning paint like crazy there. Because I had like 30k. And now I only have 14.5k. Or 16.5k. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, like how the gear has changed since I was doing the Iron Man. Because it used to be like 300 AP was a lot. Like that was a lot of gear. And now it's like pretty much everything is a 300 AP spot except like Jade. Like almost anything that you would do in the game is a 300 AP spot. But a smart plan, like something to think about, is burning the DSR paint at City of the Dead. Because that is technically the only way you can double up with your paint and the actual drop. It won't let you? It doesn't let you use DSR paint at City? I thought it was just the spot that you were grinding. It lets you use City of the Dead, or it lets you use Tungrad paint at DSR, right? And vice versa. And so you're doubling up on Cheese Wheel. It won't be consumed. Doesn't even make sense because it's a different spot. Or get City paint, but then I have to grind City of the Dead. It's dog water. Same pieces? Yeah, but it's not the same place. Loophole. Ash Forest. Do you have a class preference there, Mario? Or just Ash Forest? Let's send you to City, but Mario's faster. That's alright, we can do some Ash Forest. Burn some paint. have a chance at the Nurturing piece. Nothing wrong with that. Probably do Dekia 1. I might have to actually make some Dekia fuel though. Try bringing City of the Dead paint at DSR and didn't get consumed. That's so weird. That might be like an oversight from PA, to be honest. Or I guess it could be intended, but that wouldn't make sense. I get that they're the same piece, but the idea behind paint is that you can't burn the paint of the place that you're grinding. I don't know why a different place would still qualify. I don't know. That's so weird. Ash, any class you want? Okay. We'll probably do Guardian since it's a Dekia spot. Be a lot easier on Guardian. A lot more clear speed. We got about 16 minutes here, and then we'll sell our stuff, then we'll make some Dekia fuel, and then we'll head over. Gotta save Sick from City of the Dead. Yeah, I do hate that place, but it is like way faster to get the telescope piece. But it does suck. Send you there. Get the telescope piece faster. Here's the problem. If I can't get enough money while going for the telescope to get us to the next spot, then we're basically back to Thornwood for a while. So, and the next spot is like at least Ethereum. I would do Ethereum, despite it being bad. And that like would be a little bit easier to get into than Arzekia. But Arzekia would be like ideally the next place. And to do so, I think we need to even do Ethereum. I think we need at least one Pen Debo and a Sep main hand and perhaps like X or Sep offhand. And that still might not be enough. Maybe though with the Adana Harmony. But then to do Arzekia, I think I need at least 2 Debos and all the other stuff. So it's kind of good that the average for here is so long. We need to spend a lot of time making money. I need probably like 10, 15 more AP to actually make it to Arzekia. Tag Awakening Jack. I've tried Awakening Jack, and the skills are far too flashy. I don't like not being able to see my character. And I don't want to have to turn down my skill effects for one class. I kind of like the idea of Succession Drac as a class, but I hate the Ion mechanics, so I could just never play it. I think Big Sword, lightning effects, I think it looks cool. I just hate the Ions. Yeah, I need some more LT on the Nova. I wonder if I have enough loyalties for some LT. Probably not. At 5,000, I do. I could get a little bit of LT. There's like the giant blue beam skill. Yeah, there's just like too many skill effects, and there's like blue on top of red. It's just too much. I don't like looking at it. I think Suck Drac looks cool, but the ion mechanic is like the worst freaking thing ever. Can't bring myself to do it. Can't do it, man. Never get into Suck. I think it looks so cool, man. I just wish the ion mechanic didn't exist. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Also, I think it's only good at one spot. And it's pretty bad at the rest of the spots. Not that that matters as much. It's just, you know? I'm thinking, like, I have a combo written down for Suck Sork. That'll probably be the next thing I try to relearn. But I've just been pretty burnt on learning stuff recently, so we're just hanging out for a little bit, probably at least a couple of days. We'll just kind of go full brain dead, ooga booga. And then I'll probably get grab like a 2-Vala weapon on the Sork and just like run the combo a few times, see if I can get it down. Then maybe we'll tag it if it feels good. Another Kabua fragment, heck yeah. The Awakening Sork for PvP? Yeah, I don't really care for Awakening Sork's like combo though, and feel. I think I'd like Succession a little bit better. "13 words, 6-syllable, ooga booga. Caveman. Ooga booga caveman brain." We no learn. Brain hurt from learn. We no learn. Brain head lacking. I don't want to touch it, so I'm stuck in Awakening class right now. Yeah. Yeah, mine's kind of the same. I have a Sep Awakening and a Hex main hand, but we hard rolled to Suck Nova when I had a Pen main hand. And the Hex went okay. But the Sep were 0 for 40 on it. And so we're 10 away from Pity. It's just like really freaking going awful. Really not good. But I don't feel so locked in because I can reach DSR AP cap with both specs. And my Awakening spec isn't enough to get to the next place. So I'm kind of like, I'm in the same boat either way. The only difference is that when I play a Succession class, I have to run a house buff. And when I play an Awakening class, I don't. That's the only difference. So it kind of works out. It's not that big of a deal. But I do want to stick to Sep classes, hopefully, so that I can just leave my Awakening where it is at Sep. Work on the other stuff. "26 out of 50 for Sep myself, man. Hopefully that goes better for you than it has for me so far. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit Pity on that thing. Locked Awakening, Hex offhand, Pen main hand lacking. Just waiting for more free crons, man. We have too many Debos to get to like actually spend money on crons. And I don't make enough money. I work too much to like be able to grind as much as I want. I had a rough estimation that it would take us like 6 weeks of pushing decently hard to get a Pen Debo. So like, hopefully I can cut that down by a lot, but I don't know. We have definitely been doing better than anticipated the last week or so, but still a lot of time, you know? Hello, Destruct. Good morning. I gotta turn off my thing. Rim, hello, good morning. Hope you're both doing well. Happy Sunday. Feel pity coming? I haven't pitted anything in a minute. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. We'll be off to Ash Forest after this hour as well, so that should be chill. Maybe we'll get a Merchant piece. I do already have the Crypt piece, so it'd be kind of cool. But also we have Paint to burn, so I could still get Telescope. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Just about to grind a few hours of DSR. Nice. Nice. I kind of like DSR, man. I wasn't sure that I would, because I felt pretty, like, negative about Tungrad Ruins. But I kind of like DSR. It's pretty chill. Gamble for Debos. A lot before I got my Sovereign offhands. Paid out. I'm almost done with the accessories. Holy. That's crazy. I hate enhancing, personally, so, like, I don't gamble or anything. I'd rather just buy the thing. Enhancing drives me up the frickin' wall. But I gotta get my rings so that I can get my cups. Because 6% crit damage is not nothing. That's for sure. Got problems with gambling? I feel like a lot of BDO players do. It's a very gamble-centric kind of game. Not me, though. I hate it. I hate gambling. I avoid it like the plague. We're like perfectly clearing 2 packs. It respawns as I show up, which is perfect. Mini tide. I haven't seen a big tide in a bit. But you know, they do usually show up in the last 2 minutes, so... Got 4 minutes to get a piece. I also need more origins. Because that's big cash. And I think I have like 14 hammers, something like that. So we have a pretty good shot at a deck Karazad once I actually buy the Debo, which is perfect. Because if my rough math is correct, I need one deck Karazad. One Nav Karazad. And 2 Oct weapons to be Amarshulka. Something like that. Rough math. I'll have to actually look into that, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Hope they go for you. I got lucky with my free hammers. Yeah, so far I've one-tapped my necklace to deck. Cheeky one-tap. But we'll have to make another one. You know? Gotta make another one. Hello, Joni. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Just finishing up our DSR hour here, and then we're off to Ash Forest. The Forest of Ash. Normal Ash? Probably Decky 1 Ash. Probably not normal Ash. Next took 14 taps. It's not too bad, I guess. I think the average is somewhere around there, right? But I guess my main hand is probably 0 for 40 because of the whole one-tap deck neck thing. RNG always pays itself back, you know? Three AP, I would do D2 Ash. I don't have enough AP for Dekia 2. Dekia 2 is 1540 and I can't make 1540. Or 1595, whatever it is. I'll have to double check, but I can't get the AP cap. Okay, there's our hour, boys. There's our hour. I feel like it went pretty well. We'll start heading back and then I'll take a peek. Let me get off this cliff. Oh, I gotta clean my Caphras. I can't quite make 1540, I don't think. Maybe. I'll have to look into it. Because we'd be doing an Awakening class, so I have a little bit more Awakening AP. But I'm pretty sure I don't hit 1540. I also don't have a Dekia 2 lantern. Or know how to make one. So you might just do Dekia 1. It is just a channel point redeem, so it's just an hour that we're going to go knock out, but you know? Okay. How'd we do here? 2.4 before tax, 2.28 after tax. Not bad. Not that bad. 0.78% of a level. Could be worse. Could be worse. When we were spending the money to make a D2 lantern, if you can't grind there effectively right now. I also just like am not actually grinding there, if that makes sense. I only do it for redeems, so it'll be our second ever time grinding there. So we'll probably just stick to Dekia 1. 3 Kabua fragments, that's big money, boys. $39.8 bill, holy. Not worth it unless you just want to do. Yeah, totally fair, totally fair. Yeah, we'll stick to 1. If I got the Olin's piece, like 100%, I would look into doing Dekia 2 Ash to work on the Ash Forest piece. But like, unless you have the Olin's piece, you got nothing. You know what I mean? The Olin's is like the Elton of the Merchant Ring. So Dekia 1 hits harder than Dekia 2? Oh, I didn't even notice. I've done an hour of Dekia 1 before, and I didn't even notice that they do damage. In fact, I don't even run a species harmony for the 10% damage reduction. I don't know. That's like that sentence is literally the first time that I have realized that they do damage. But I think I just grind there on Guardians, so we do play two pretty tanky classes for now. Okay, I need a lantern, and I think I need to make some Dekia fuel. Oh, it's in Musger. What's your durability looking like? 44? Yeah, I need to make some Dekia fuel. Okay, let's take out our handy dandy, not notebook, but Dekia fuel. Cheapest thing right now that's on the market is this Ogre Ring. Perfect. So we'll purchase this Pry Ogre Ring. Oh, that's actually not there. The next one is a Leighton at Pry. There is one of those. Yeet. Okay, and then I think we heat it with these things, something like that. Dekia 2 is only better for a piece if you can't kill the boss on Dekia 2 consistently to pop the event, or if you can kill it. I didn't even realize there was a. Like, is the Ash Force piece even that hard? Isn't it something like 60 hours of regular Ash? I don't know, because like on my Ultimate Iron Man, I did get 2 of them. They seemed pretty common, but maybe that was just me. Maybe we just got lucky. I don't know. I don't know. That's what the progress means. I always wondered. Yeah. That's a level. It should just say like XP or something, not progress. But yeah, that's what progress means. You got an archaeologist map and compass. Okay, so we got our map right here. That'll be in videos soon, TM. And I do have the compass as well right there. Not sure, I got a 200 artifact pities and didn't get mine yet, so I might be unlucky. Just might be lucky, yeah. Could happen, I don't know. I don't know. My clear speed, though, on the UIM was really bad. We had, like, less than seasonal gear. And I got 2 of them in, like, 80 hours or something. How much time it took you? The map took a while because I was doing Dekia, and it's way slower. That was probably, like, 60 hours altogether. If you actually want the map in a hurry, you should just not do Dekia. You should do the regular. It's like... It's so much. It's like 4 times faster to do the regular version than the Dekia version. And the compass was pretty quick. I do actually, it's the only treasure spot that I recommend Dekia is Histria. Because the average for that, for the Elton piece, is 109 hours. And the average at Desperate Rotation on a fast class is also about 109 hours. So it's pretty good. I do Dekia Pilaku. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's really bad. You're looking at like 55 hours to get a piece, to get one of the 2 pieces at Dekia. Or an average of about 14 hours to get one of the pieces non-Dekia. So, something to think about. If I show up to this, I don't think there's any mobs here, right? So we should be okay. But I need to run to the restroom, so let me knock that out real quick. I'll also grab another drink. And then we'll do our channel point redeem hour of Ash Forest. We'll get a telescope piece from Paint and also the merchant ring piece because lol. We're also, I think, an earring just sold. Sheesh, we have 40 bill. Og. That's so much freaking money. That's so much freaking money. We're rich. We're rich. All right, let's just get right to it. Let's just get right to it. Let's see, we got to get this on. Lantern summon. Pets are out. This to level 2. This on. We'll hit start session. We'll switch. We go. Oh, I forgot to switch my crystals. We got knocked down. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, because I'd love to not have to worry about that. We probably won't die though, right? We get some good drops. About to start grinding myself. Beautiful. Beautiful. Easy gains. Everybody... I got knocked down again. Boys. I got knocked down twice. There we go. Switch crystals. Don't need those. Brick. Now we got 43 seconds. Good morning, Apella. I don't know if D2 Ash is like better for the merchant ring. I just know it's good money. But I wouldn't say that the merchant ring is difficult to get at Ash Forest. I think the average is pretty low. I think it's not even the top 3 hardest, I don't think. I think you're looking at Olin's, Sakraya, and Paddocks as like the 3 harder ones. I would say Ash Forest is the second easiest one, even if you do regular Ash. This is Decio 1. This is Decio 1. Yep. Ash and Crypt is a breeze. Yeah. Crypt is like the fastest one. And then I don't think Ash is like difficult. Okay, we're back. We're back. Volkers. They sure don't like to spawn that fast, huh? A black leaf, wow. We're gonna end up with 2 helmets before we know it. Empty picture frame. We had a chance at a piece there. Maybe we'll see a cheeky cheese wheel. Eggs. $120 in 5 minutes. I feel like that's pretty good, right? Especially because one of those minutes was nothing. $24 crons, though, if you think about it. So, like, Barnes. Piece incoming. Are we talking Murturing Piece? Are we talking Cheese Wheel? Are we talking Double Barrel? What you got? What you got for me, Talon? The last time didn't work out, but maybe this time. Maybe this time. Cheese or barrel? Okay. Okay, you think the paint's gonna come through. Gotcha. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's blurry. Your feeling is blurry. Gotcha. A little bit of a blurry feeling. Barnes. I used to be scared of you. Now I just face tank you. Three mythical eggs. 5 crons. I'll take it. Also a good amount of sharps. I think I'm up to like 70 primordial stones that I have crafted, so I go back to selling some sharps here. Keep sharps for fell upgrades. You can just buy the thing from the vendor though, right? Because sharps are more expensive than the vendor item right now. Ever hit your weapon? I knew you were super deep in the pity last time. I'm 0 for 40 on the weapon. I did not hit it. 0 for 40. We are 10 away from pity. It's just not going. We're also 0 for 14 on our last T10, the Doom. But now the night vendor's over, I like the acquisition of sensors has dropped off a frickin' cliff, man. But I might be able to do another click for the horse on Wednesday. We might have enough by then if I keep up with the dailies. But maybe not. It might take till like Thursday or Friday. But yeah, the main hand is not going well. I'm also like not really buying bronze. I'm just kind of like hoping for free ones because I really got to get some pen Debos going. And the cost to hit pity from where I am at is like 55 bill. And that's like a third of a pen Debo, so I just don't want to spend the money. 21 out of 30 on my last T10. Hope it goes soon. Hopefully, man. My first one took 26 clicks, so we should have had it on 14 if we were average across the two. So it looks like we're going to overall be unlucky across the two. But I spent about 80 billion silver on mythical sensors during the Night Vendor event, so we started the Night Vendor event with 6 clicks on a unicorn, and we ended the Night Vendor event with 26 clicks on a unicorn and 14 on a doom, so pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty powerful Night Vendor event. Started with 7, ended with 20. Not too bad. We've gotten 4 friggin' leaves already. Sorry, 5 friggin' leaves already. Still have roots for 6 clicks. That's my bottleneck right now is roots. I'm back to doing the dailies. Ran out of roots. So give me Vel's Heart and Night Vendor. Unlucky. 26 characters with 450 energy. There's a few people in the community that have like tons and tons of energy and didn't see a single bell as well. Pretty unfortunate. I got lucky, and by like the 3rd day, I got the Vel, and then I didn't ever see a second one. So if we didn't get the Vel, I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed. We still wouldn't be at Jordine even without the Vel, I don't think. Saw 3 and skip them all. You trying to stir up some drama there, Mario? Trying to get some drama going? That's funny. Talon actually did see 3. And he kept posting them in Discord. Like, lol. I saw one, you didn't, lol. Put it on concentrate and heart since it came back to the game like a month and a half. Still nothing. Yeah, so like before the 10 Velspot event, there was 200 orders on it, and your average to purchase it was 62 days. And after the 10 Velspot event, there's 800 orders on it, and your average to purchase it is like 6 months. So it just made it worse. And it's still in the worst category. I guess, like, realistically, I guess you just run with a con for the time being, right? Take the -1 AP and you just exalt the con. Because you can extract the exalted stuff. So I guess you just run with that until you get a Vel to pop. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. It is only 1 AP, but it still sucks that it's so difficult to get. Using a Tor. Yeah, like the 2 is rough. You don't have an exalted Tor, do you? Because that'd be crazy. I only know 2 people that are crazy enough to do that. They're both Iron Men.
Hello there. Emmy919 just followed.
Hey, Emmy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I guess, like, man, Jordine requirements you can make work with an exalted con, but it's tough otherwise. Hello, Roy. Good morning. Happy Sunday. My wife has exalted a Tor, hasn't gotten a Vel yet. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Con doesn't work? It does work. You can exalt the con and get Jordine requirements with it. It's just one less AP. You know? On the jump from Jordine to the next boss extreme. It's like 1.1 trillion or something like that it'll cost me. It's a pretty big gap. Basically, what the actual answer is there, Joni, is that Jordine is too low. It's not that the next one is too high, it's that PA felt bad that the entry-level requirements were so high, so they made Jordine a lot lower. But Jordine should have been 270, 335. Or 435. That's what Jordine should have been. But they dropped it way down so that more people could get to it sooner. So I think we'll make that in red. It doesn't have to be red. Your alchemy stone doesn't have to be red. I do Jordine with an exalted Vel and it's yellow. In fact, a resplendent exalted Vel is still not red. So they kind of changed up the way alchemy stones work for that. That didn't work? Good to know. Yeah, it does work. It does work. They switched up the alchemy stones. It's a Barnus. Emoji Ordine 350 because the spot is 350 as well. I think they made the spot 350 because they didn't want to release an entire region that only 10% of the game could do. But I think they fully intended for it to be a 370. And then last minute, I think they changed it. Just due to the way the scaling on everything works, I think that they just fully dropped it down to give more people access. And the spot is bad. Yeah, there are definitely better spots in the area, for sure, than Ethereum. Definitely.
Royal 76 gifted a tier 1
What the heck?
subscription to the King Joni.
Roy, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Joni. Really appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support. Only done it for the crystal? Yeah. I mean, I might do it to try it out once we finish the telescope. I'll definitely do at least an hour there just to get a feel for it, but it might be where we end up pre-Orzekia, because it's a little bit harder to get Orzekia gear since there's no species damage. So we might be there for a little bit before Orzekia. It depends on how the telescope grind goes. If we get lucky on it, then we'll end up doing some Ethereum. If we get unlucky, then we'll probably end up in Orzekia. Went straight to Nymphmare. Nymphmare seems decent. Seems decent. Orbit money is just too good? Yeah, for sure. Orbit is super, super good. Orzekia is pretty good too for what it is. Personally enjoyed Ethereum Castle. Yeah, I think I saw a short video about it. Not about the spot, but someone was grinding there, and it seemed kind of cool. The spot seems kind of cool. It's just probably like not that good of money, right? You played Crimson Desert? I did play Crimson Desert, yes. We did a fair bit of it on stream as well. And I'm still kind of working on it. I was going to play some last week, but we just ended up playing a little bit more BDO instead. But, you know, I do plan to keep playing it. Probably if I ever get some freaking free time, which doesn't seem to be happening, but, you know, I will play more of it. Would 30K be enough for you to stream full-time for 1 year? $30,000? No. No, it wouldn't. Crazy to think about, right? Because my actual job is quite a lot more than that. And it's like just enough to pay the bills and feed me. What about 6 months? I mean, I could probably make 6 months work on 30K, but then what do I do after that, you know? 6 months of full-time streaming wouldn't be enough to grow to the point where I can make 30K in 6 months, you know what I mean? Downloaded it, but was busy, haven't started yet. It's a pretty cool game, man. Definitely, like, if you're expecting BDO combat, or you're expecting, like, super action-packed something or other, like, you're not going to get what you're expecting. It's more like an adventure puzzle game, I would say. But it's really cool for what it is. It's just not what I expected going into it. That's for sure. 6K a year, I would need, like probably 64, 65K a year to be full-time. I am working on that, though. I am trying to, like, reduce my expenses. Like, I'm working really, really hard on reducing my expenses so I can, you know, not need as much money to live. And that's not from a perspective of, I think that realistically I'll be a full-time streamer one day, because I honestly don't think that that's going to happen. But more from the perspective of, I would like to not be so incredibly restricted that there's only one place in my city I can work. You know what I mean? I'd like to be able to leave if things get stressful enough or bad enough. I'd like to be able to just go somewhere else, and right now I can't. So I'm really trying to get myself into a position where I have more freedom. You know? You complete all the Academy rewards. I did everything except for the sailing, because I can't be bothered to like physically mount the cannon to go shoot the sea monsters. I just can't be asked to do that. But I did everything else. Full-time streamer is a 50-50 chance. Full-time streamer is like a 1 in 10 million. And even then, it's fully situational. Like, my situation right now would require way more than somebody like Quendia, for example. If you take Quendia, the country that he lives in is a little bit not as freaking expensive as America, lol. And his financial situation is realistically better than mine in that I spend a lot of money on rent. I also have to have a car because I can't go anywhere. Like, you can't walk anywhere in my city, and there's no public transport in my city. So I have to have a vehicle that I spend money on, and on and on and on, right? So if I was in a better financial situation, then it would be more realistic for me to be a full-time streamer because I wouldn't have to make as much money, right? It just lowers the bar. So for some people, it is more realistic to be a full-time streamer than others. And I'm just not in a great situation. I think even if I pulled choice numbers, I still wouldn't be able to be full-time. And it's just purely because of my financials, but I'm working on it. It'll take a couple of years, but I am working on it. In Australia, the house prices are just crazy. They are here as well. They are here as well. The median income for my area is about $28,000 a year, And the average home price is over $300,000. Like, you just cannot buy a home here. You just can't. It's never gonna happen. It's USA in general, though? Yeah. It is the US in general, but it's like, I'm especially worse off because I have a nicer vehicle that I make payments on and stuff. And so if I can get out of that, that'll reduce my need for money by a good margin. Choice makes 100K a year? I don't think Choice makes 100K a year. I think he does good, but I don't think it's 100K a year. The country average income is about 100K and home price is 450 to 500. Yeah, so about 5x. Here it's about 10x. Crazy. A million is a lot, man. What the heck is that? You sounding an alarm? What the heck? Fire alarm chirp? That's sketchy because I do have like 3 fire alarms within 10 feet of each other. Sketch. So you pay 2.4K a month for what? If my rent was 2.4K, I'd starve to death. I live in the cheapest possible rent that is in the city. Like, literally, I pay the lowest rent because I have, like, the cheapest place to live in the city. And if that was 2,400, literally nobody would be able to afford rent. Because the average income, the average is 28K. Not the lowest of 28K, the average is 28K. So like so many people would just be homeless. Royal gifting another sub to Tangiabot. What the heck? Roy, thank you for gifting a sub to Tangiabot. Really appreciate your support, man. It does mean a lot. What was that? Is that a dog? You having a party at Ash Forest? Heck yeah. How's your 800K plus on average? What's your average annual income? The whole world is just like a scam to live in. You know what I mean? Everything's too expensive. It's for like no reason as well. The average rent here I think is 1,500, but the average income is 28K. So it's just like, you know, after tax, nearly 100% of your income goes to rent, and how are you supposed to eat? You know what I mean? How are you supposed to eat? You need about 140K for a 2-year full-time stream? Yeah, something like that. But again, like, what do you do after that? You know what I mean? That's the sketchy part. What do you do after that? But you know, we out here, we doing it. Streaming is fun to do, so that's why we're here. Our salary in Brisbane is approximately 80K Australian, which I reckon is cap. Yeah, maybe. They're like, it's thrown off by people that make ridiculous money, right? It would be through the roof after 2 years of streaming. I've already been streaming more than 2 years. I've streamed 2.5 years now. And my numbers lately are the highest they've ever been. So that's not really how streaming works. You don't grow stream from streaming. You can a little bit, but it's like, that's not generally how you would grow. Hello, Moffle. Did I miss anything today? I don't think so. We opened some hard mode boss blitz rewards and got like 8 bill. Other than that, we cruising, man. We cruising. I don't think there's going to be any clicks today. Because I don't have crons for the main hand. I don't have fern roots for a mythical sensor. We're just kind of making some money, you know? Hype train. Missed the glugging? You did miss some glugging. I was having some sippies. Some pretty aggressive sippies. Difference would be you'd be doing it for 10 hours plus a day every day. Yeah, but you don't grow from streaming. You don't grow your stream from streaming. You used to 10 years ago. But you really don't anymore. Because like I'm so far down in the category that people just don't even see me, you know? Like that's not how that works. Oh, you got yeeted. Roy, you got yeeted. You had too many too many emotes in a row. Nightbot no likey. How dare at Easter too many eggs. Yeah, I didn't like all your eggs. Go from Pistanity clips. I don't think I've ever had a Pistanity clip. But you only ever stream 4 hours a day. Yeah, but even if I streamed 24 hours a day, I wouldn't grow from streaming. Because again, I'm so far down in the category that people don't see me. I'm not saying that you don't grow from streaming because I only stream for 4 hours a day. That's just generally how it works. Unless you are in the top row, you do not grow from streaming. And that's the case for everyone. Unless you're in the top 1 or maybe 2 rows. You just don't grow. You really have to, it's the things that you do off stream that make you grow. Like the shorts and the Instagrams and the TikToks and all that stuff. This Dekia 2, it is not Dekia 2. This is Dekia 1. I don't quite have enough AP to go Dekia 2, and I also don't have a Dekia 2 lantern. Early streamer? Yeah, so on the weekends, I work the morning shifts. So we have to stream a fair bit earlier than normal because I'll be at work during normal stream time. Think you grow the most with YouTube? You grow the most with putting yourself in front of the most people, which is the short form content. That's how you get in front of the most people. You need something to get discovered. Yeah. Which is clips usually. Definitely the meta for streaming has shifted fully into clips. Clips are how you grow. How much DP you need to grind here? I'm not really sure. I take 0 damage. But it says you would need 440 DR. I think maybe that's a hair low. Probably like 540 DR. So probably like duo Fallen God armors, I think you'd be okay. Do I think it's worth grinding here? Not particularly. There are a lot of better places to be. But if you just want like the merch ring or something, then you could do it. Can you review my gear and help me reach Sakraya lower AP caps? Sakraya lower, which is what, 1925? I mean, I suppose I could, but links don't really work on YouTube, and there's nothing I could do about that. YouTube is very anti-link. So I don't know if you'd be able to like drop your link in the Twitch chat. Is Dekia 1 better than 2 in terms of silver? No, I don't think Dekia 1 is even remotely close to Dekia 2 for silver. Like Dekia 2 is actually a pretty good silver spot, and Dekia 1 is just kind of dog water. Dekia 1 is just kind of dookie. Like, our average right now is super juiced, but it's because of this event. We've gotten 39 crons and 12 deal. So we're looking at like 1.4 bill an hour, realistically, if you don't count the event money. And things that are more than 1.4 bill an hour that require less gear are Jade Forest, Hex Sanctuary, Thornwood Forest, Decia Thornwood, that is. There's just so many better places to be. There's no point in being here. And all those require way less gear. Click on Twitch? Okay, I could take a look at it. But I mean, you're going to be pretty geared. So 1925 is like, you know? We're looking at what, like deck Karazads and Sep weapons or something? That's a lot, dude. A lot of gear. Let me open this. Yeah, you're friggin' juiced, man. You're friggin' juiced. Should be able to. I think I'm missing something. Got 2 decks. Bunch of knobs. Looking good. I mean, your DP is good. So you're probably looking at crystals or something. What do your crystals look like? Also, I don't know if you picked up on this, but the Garmoth, like total AP, isn't like super accurate. I'm not sure why. Okay, you have 5 of the Wandons, very good. You're also running... I think you could get more out of your crystals. Because you're running Macalods, which is very interesting. Most people don't run Macalods anymore. So you could do like Void. Most Cry requires more like 392. Yeah, isn't it like 1925 or something? You can go there earlier though. Like Sakurai is one of those places where you do pretty okay damage because of the way the buff works down there. Basically same Rex, Star's End, and Zephyros. Yeah, but you can go early to Sakurai. Because there's a AP buff down there. I've seen the Leaf Son grind down there, and he has like 820 gear score, you know what I mean? Not like insanely efficient, but the way the buffs and stuff work down there is not bad. About Lightstone set, what you got in? Adana. Yeah, you can switch your Lightstone set off of Adana and switch that to Demi-Human. That should get you over 1800 AP, and then I would look into crystals, man. I don't think that Macalods are the meta. And also you have 1 Void. Akrod, you can get the other one to Void. Is it animal damage in Sakaya? I thought it was Demi-Human. Did they change it from Demi-Human to animal damage? That'd be crazy if they did. That'd be crazy. Still have Vicious Shadows, in which case you could do all-out attack. All-out attack would be better than Vicious Shadows if you're not at cap. I think it was always animal. What the heck? I could have sworn it was Demi. That'd be another, what, 17 AP or 14 AP for all-out attack? I suppose you can't even buy the Voids, right? Because they're all sold out. Amplified Twisted. Yeah, that's Adana though. You don't need Adana. You need probably auto attack. If you're not at the AP cap, I would run just AP. You know? I guess different person, but like it depends on what you're grinding. This one is the wild Adana, so you get a little bit of juice. I'm just like standing there AFK, lol. Yeah, the crystals aren't like the worst. I would definitely look at something a little different though. Get some voids in there. I know voids are like kind of a pain because you have to grind them, but you'd get another probably like 10 AP almost out of doing voids on your Okrod and your decimations and stuff. Guess your gear, my gear, you just exclamation gear. But I can pull it up right here if you're looking at my gear. And then, yeah, I guess like food buffs. Looking good there. You're doing harmony and a courage. Pretty good. Got your journals done. Yeah, I mean, outside of that, you could go and enhance one of your weapons up to Nav, but that's pretty expensive. If you wanted a little bit more juice. It's just a lot of gear to go there, man. It's a super in-game spot. It's a lot of gear. But I would start with lightstones and look into getting void crystals, like replacing your non-voids with some voids. That'll get you a little bit more. And then just one tap all your knobs, you're set. Alright, Talon, we got 15 minutes for your feeling to come true. We'll see. We'll see. Afuaru. It's gonna happen? I don't know, man. It's looking like it might not happen. How much paint have I even used? Like 4K? Not quite 4K paint. Pretty low amount. We don't use too much paint here. Waru. Okay, for 17 frames gonna happen soon. I had like 150 frames when we did Hex. Where Debo at? I don't know. It no gib Devo. It didn't last time either, right? So this will be 2 hours dry on Debo's. Nostalgia hit hard. Imagine we tag a Suck Ranger and we just start doing Ash Forest. I'm kind of interested in tagging a Suck Ranger and doing Ash Forest just to see the difference in like not even seasonal gear versus like AP cap. You know what I mean? Just to see the difference. What does it really look like? Because we did so many hours at like 235 AP, 240 AP with no crystals, you know what I mean? So free to play series, character account, or is this your main? Quite a while since the last time I saw a stream. So I was never really doing a free to play series outside of the Iron Man and the Ultimate Iron Man. Those are done now. I actually finished the Ultimate Iron Man like almost a year ago, or about a year ago. And so I started a For Fun series. It was never intended to be free to play. It was just playing the game in a normal kind of way. And this is the For the Fun series, but it's like, it has more gear than my main account now, so it's basically the new main. But it was never free to play or intended to be free to play. I just don't want to spend money. But I've bought like a tent and some maids and stuff like that. Pull up the YouTube vid as you said it. Yeah. We made a lot of progress. We're pretty friggin' geared, man. What am I, like 778 or something? Something crazy? Alright, Roy, we'll catch you later. Happy Easter. Appreciate you stopping in and the support today. Really appreciate that, man. Hope you have a good day. Got my Han Dons done. Need the Gluttonies and the Sakraya resist crystals left. Been hard to snipe those on the market. That's interesting, because I feel like everyone and their mother is grinding Sakraya. I guess they grind them because they need them. So maybe there's not a lot getting listed. I don't know. Okay, 12 minutes. 12 minutes to get our telescope piece from paint. Or Talon is going to raw tap a Pendebo. Dun dun dun. A lot of pre-orders on them. I guess just all the people that can't or won't grind Sakraya, right? That makes sense. Does Ethereum drop the Void crystals, or do I have to go to Nymphmare to start getting those? They're like Void gem things. Do we know off the top of our head? I guess I could look. I don't know why I ask when I could just look. I don't want to be that guy. Let me just look. We won't die, right? Lol. It does not. Okay, gotcha. Void gems aren't from Adania? Are they just from Orzekia? Where else do they drop? Just Orzekia? I guess we're locking in on Orzekia. What's my animal AP looking like? 1500 flat. We need 95 more AP. For Awakening. For main hand. I need 115 more AP. Frick. Somebody needs to buy the pen scythe. Soon, TM. You have Wind Horse Gear, that's 5. We do have Wind Horse Gear. I haven't taken it out of the box yet, but we do have Wind Horse Gear. So that is 5. You're right. So we need 110. Did you forge all weapons with AP? I sure did. Wonder how much AP a pen Debo would get me. I know it's 5 sheet for a Nav Karazhan, but I'll just have to look at the actual number. Let's take a peek. Like 8? It's a lot more than 8. Hopefully. If it was only 8, sheesh. Plus a crystal 7? That's a good point. That's a good point. I do have a 2 AP crystal land, so. But we'd still gain 7 because I don't have all the slots filled. Let me take a peek. Okay. 58 up to 03. So that's 45. Plus the 7, 52. We gained 52. So I need 2 pen Debos. That's kind of right about what I thought. 2 pen Debos is Orzekia cap. I still need to get the Sep main hand as well. That's with the Sep main hand. No, that's without the Sep main hand. But even with the Sep main hand, I still need 2 to reach cap. It would just put me farther over the cap. By like 20. Gotcha, gotcha. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can get 2 pen Debos and the Sep main hand before we get the telescope. And then we'll be set. Tungrat DSR grind has been great for me since I need a bunch of magical shards. I spent like 3,000 of them to make the Han Dons. Yeah, so expensive, man. So expensive. I've been kind of like gradually selling some magical shards to aid with the money, but I am like conscious of the fact that I'll need 300 per Handan. Oh my, are you kidding me? That's not a telescope piece. Tungrat, or Talon, your vision was too fuzzy. Your vision was too fuzzy. That's the wrong thing. What am I going to do with 2 helmets? Frick. Frick. It was too blurry, man. You should have put your glasses on, brother. Gosh dang it. And 90 leaves on pity. I literally have 2 helmets now. Because I got 100 pity at Thornwood. And now we have that long. In our 2nd hour of Ash, that's crazy. I guess Dekia Ash, Dekia Turas is a pretty solid way to get Orzeka. Maybe I'll just open it on the Guardian as well. Maybe we'll just have a Orzeka outfit on the Guardian, I don't know. I've also gotten 7 leaves this hour. 7 leaves and a lung. Crazy. Really, really good for them. Frick, that could have been a telescope piece. I feel like you had more exit spot, or am I wrong? It definitely feels like there's more, yeah. But I am clearing faster than DSR. The way events work in BDO is every single mob just gets a flat rate for the item. So the most efficient way to spam events is to go to like squishy mob spots and just kill thousands of mobs an hour. So the more stuff you kill, the more events you get, basically. Classic BEO. It's kind of always been like that too. They've always just been super lazy with it. It just gets a global rate. $64 crowns is not too bad though. Wonder how many crowns we do have. 314. I want to make another main hand click today, I think, but I don't know if I want to spend 3 bill. Be a little more than 3 bill as well. 3.3 bill. Frick, man. Stupid frickin' lung. It's not even worth any money.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Freaking awful, man. Whatever, that's classic Mario luck. It's Mario's hour, it's Mario's luck.
Don't do it to me. I beg you. No.
Need less exchange of lungs for crons or silver. I'm so sick of these lungs. I have so many of them. There are people with like hundreds of each. And so that would be a very big influx to endgame players.
Hello there.
Thipslan just followed.
If you think about it. Pipslarn, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. I hear it's Easter. I've one in every class and 30 plus of each lung in my storage. Yeah. Instant deck. Oh, I guess that's not even that many crowns if you think about it. Yeah. Doesn't need to be a lot of crowns. So like 125 for helm, 300 for chest. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. They're not that common. It's just that people have spent so much freaking time working on it historically, you know? Two minutes left. 2 minutes left. We could still get a telescope piece. It could happen. Go for deck main hand or Nov offhand. Deck main hand is 2 AP, right? And a Nov offhand is only 1. But the deck main hand will cost, what, like 4 times as much? So from a value perspective, I think the offhand is cheaper per AP. I'll have to double check the value on that actually to make sure. Let me just double check. Hold this up, hit the refresh button. Okay, so a Nov will cost you on average 470 billion. And a deck will cost you on average 1.1 trillion. So it's realistically like 2.2 times as much. So I'd say like you're kind of in the same boat either way. If you're, I guess like there's no brackets that late game, so it's almost a coin flip, man. Technically, the offhand is a little bit cheaper of an AP, but it's not by that much, you know. Because we're talking, the offhand is 470 bill for an AP, and the main hand would be like 560 bill for an AP, so like they're pretty close. Guess you get 10 AP since Nov gives 1 extra monster damage. Yeah, so in that way, the offhand is marginally more efficient, but it wouldn't be a deck. And sometimes you just gotta get that deck, you know what I'm saying? For some reason makes my second monitor reset and go black for a second. The only site that does it. Is it using like hardware acceleration or something? Our hour's done, boys. I Z-buffed to finish the hour. Oh. We did not get a telescope piece. We did not get a return string piece. We got a frickin' lung. Whatever, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Guess we need to go to the vendor first, yeah. Brick. 2 bill before tax, 1.9 after tax, but of course the crons don't actually count for value because they don't normally drop there. But not a bad hour either way. It's not that bad. 200 Caphras is kind of juiced, man. Rick. Turn it off and on, same result. That's really weird, man. That's really weird. Mine doesn't do that. I don't see why it would do that. Yeah, it's kind of up to you, Sealist. Like, the math says the offhand, but the pride says the main hand, you know what I mean? You have hammers to claim? I do. Quite a lot of hammers. I think I have like 12 or 14 hammers, in fact. You silver for deck and free crowns from events on Nov? Then bragging rights way better. Yeah, there you go. Then you're kind of like working on both at the same time. You found a little loophole. Found a little loophole. Why not just do both forehead? Not only do I have hammers to claim talent, I also have a bunch of hammers sitting in here. We're just sitting on them. Sitting on yield hammers. Alright, I think, what time is it? It is 3:30. For deck clicks? Yeah, for probably deck carries out, to be honest. That's what happens when you one-tap deck. That is what happens, yeah. I did expect to use all of my hammers and still not get it. But we freaking one-banged it, so, like, I'll take it. And now, the expectation is that now I'll use all my hammers and still not get it on the next one. You know what I mean? Sorry for giving you a lung. Hey, I'll take it. It's not the worst thing in the world. I would have preferred Of course, a telescope piece or a mercury piece, but hey. A lung is better than nothing, you know what I mean? Cheeky hammer click for Sep? Nah, there's no way. There's no way I'd do that. That'd be such a huge waste of a hammer. And I still wouldn't get it, so... You'd just be throwing a hammer away. The Shinx. Alright, we'll put it in Odalita. 112 black leaves now. The extra 12 are from 2 hours of Ash Forest. So it's pretty good. Pretty good for Ash. Throw Cheeky Bill in. We're up to 41 Bill. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And 278 Caffers. We got to get those listed. They got it for Crystal Event. I get Sakurai and Stars and Crystals. Yeah, you don't have to worry about dying. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Did something sell? No. Okay. Alright, let's get some stuff listed. 278 Caffers. I might still have Caffers listed. I don't. Okay. Get those listed. Get these listed. What are we getting with the egg currency? I kind of got everything that's relevant. I have 700 egg currency? Holy. Probably everything, to be honest. But I guess we'll buy the stuff I care about first. So, loot scrolls, magical shards, courages, deep seas, lunchboxes, fishing drafts, windmills, celerity drafts, mystical spirit powder, because why not? That's all I care about. So let's just get the rest. Okay, we have 29 left. Probably just buy everything, to be honest. And then with this, we get some basically worthless gold bars. We'll throw this stuff in here. $100 magical shards isn't that bad, so it's something. Something. We must have 42 bill. Man, we're making some heckin' progress. Some heckin' progress. Alright. Back to Darkseekers. Going for treasure items right now, or are you just grinding DSR, Tongraph for money? I'm going for treasures. I have every treasure up to this point. So we have the map, we have the compass, we have La Orzeka, we have the Nuverican outfit. I have the Tungrad piece already for the telescope. Now we just need the DSR piece. So we are going for the telescope, but also I need money in order to go to the next spot. Because the next spot will be Orzekia, and I just don't have the gear for that. I need 2 pen Debos, basically, and then we'll have Orzekia gear. But there's an ad playing now, lol. So maybe you didn't hear any of that, and that's okay. We'll say it again. We'll say it again if we need to. But I am going to run to the restroom really quick, and then we'll get locked in on our hour. It will be the last hour that we grind for stream, because then I'll have to go to work. So give me just a couple of minutes here to run to the restroom, and then we'll get cruising. Okay, we back. We back. There was an ad playing when I answered you, C-list. So if you didn't hear, just let me know. I'll go again. Go away. Go away. Go away. Bye. Frick. Horse control. Said super fast. Oh, we have the map, we have the compass, we have the Orzeka outfit, we have the Nuvaricant. So the next on the list is the telescope. So in a way, I'm grinding for the telescope, but also I need money. So I need 2 more Pendebos in order to make it to the next spot. So I'm hoping that we kind of just have like a double whammy, and we make enough money for 2 Pendebos and then finish the telescope. That would be like ideal situation. But we'll have to see, you know? We'll have to see. Okay, let's get geared up here. How many hours do you grind? Like a day? Probably 2. I think I average 2 a day. I just have, you know, full-time plus job and YouTube and all this other stuff to work on. So I try to push, but man, I would say maybe an average of 2 a day. Sometimes a little more, but it's hard. It's hard. I'd love to do 16 hours a day, but you know, here we are. Okay, let's see. Let's just get going. Yeah, turn this on. Those are on. Let's get this on. We'll pop this. We'll hit start on this. YOLO. Charles is great. You got a job? Yeah, but I don't do anything outside of like work and this. Like this is my whole life, you know? That's all I do. That takes a month for those debos. I think my rough math was 6 weeks for one of the debos, but that didn't count like weekly bosses. So it would hopefully take a little bit less time. Need them stun crystals. I don't need the stun crystals, but I also don't need the AP, so we'll probably just leave them in. That way next time when I inevitably forget them, they'll still be in. Do you fish? I do, but I've made terrible, terrible money lately from fishing. Like 100 mil a day, terrible. Except for yesterday. Yesterday we made 1.4 bill, which was kind of nice. But for the last like 3 weeks, I made like 100 mil a day. at 1600 mastery, so I don't know. It's really weird. Since blazing heat. Sure takes a month for 2 if you do weekly bosses. That's a lot, man. Where do you fish? Because that's horrendous. That was, some of that was Velia, some of that was, what's that island called? That island by Valencia. I've tried a couple of spots. But yeah, it's been really bad. I don't know if that's just bad RNG or what, but we're getting shafted on fishing. Hakoven, yeah. Some of it was Velia, some of it was Hakoven. $1,600 Govelia. I make 100 mil, man. I don't know what to tell you. Yesterday was 1.4. That was like a miracle for me. But it's been just bad money. I don't know what's been happening with it. Y'all know Sickle Spoon, the treasure item offline. We'll be back at Thornwood for 60 hours. True that, man. True that. I guess the only solace, Mario, is that I actually need 2 treasure items. They both can drop from this spot, so even if we spoon one of them, I might not spoon the other one. How much fishing level you have? I am like Guru 6 or something. 1600 mastery. Actually, I think I'm 1800 mastery now. Oh, I'm out of freaking... Okay. I know why I'm not doing as much damage. I'm taking damage. I don't have any harmonies.
Not Gerard just subscribed with Prime.
What the heck? Gerard? Thank you so much for the Prime, man. Really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Let me just get some Gamma harmonies on. Just have something. Sheesh. Really appreciate the support, man. Hope you're doing well this morning. On Sunday. Was it Easter or something? Happy Easter. Got 3.5 bill each week doing fishing contest thingy. Definitely give it a try. What the heck is fishing contest? And is it something I have to actively do? Because if it is, I'm just going to grind. Me just grind. Me forehead mob. Me get money. CFK at random spots to get bigger size fish. Oh, I see what you mean. I gotcha. I've tried a couple of spots and gotten nothing, so... I don't know. We'll just lock in on making no money. Call it good. Just grind. Should I go for 3 packs? Probably should go for 3 since that one's not up yet. Make 2 Debos in a month with weekly boss and 2 hours at Hex a day. 6 hours on day off. I don't think I do 6 hours on off days is the thing. I think I still do... Like, because there are some days where I just can't play at all, right? So stream days, we usually squeeze in 3 hours of grinding. Unless I have something else that we're doing. And then some days I don't get to play at all, but on my off days I don't think I do very much more grinding. Definitely not 6 hours. When I came back, when Seraph came out, now I do an hour. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, it's going to take me a bit, man. It's going to take a bit. We also, with my drop rate, we're looking at an average of 160 something hours for each telescope piece, so it'll be a bit. It'll be a few months. This will be this is our POV for the next few months. Though we might eventually learn the Suck Sork and swap out the Guardian for Sork, I don't know. Gib paint. Yeah, it's kind of nice that you guys are able to send me to other places, because we have been burning our paint at other places. Want to finish a map but making 0 money at silver kind of tilts me. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get it out of the way as early as possible. Is for like the opportunity cost, you know? It would feel so much worse if I could make money and just wasn't because I was going for the map. Skip this DSR and Tungrad was boring to me. Stayed at Hex till Zekia. Yeah, probably a good plan. Hex is pretty good. I skipped Hex in favor of Dekia Thornwood because I made a lot more money there than Hex, but you know, got pretty lucky on the compass. Got pretty lucky on the Tungrad piece. Probably won't get lucky on the DSR piece, but that's okay. And then we'll do our Zekia. Miss doing trolls. I've never done trolls. Never tried it. You got somewhere else too, to be honest, but I got 30k DSR paint right now. You could go burn your paint. If you want to burn your paint really fast, I find the Hex is like a crazy number of mobs. So I think I burnt 14k paint in an hour at Marnie Hex. It was kind of wild. That was a lot of paint. And then we burnt, what, 6k at Ash? It's just a lot of mobs that you're killing at Hex. The AoEs. Maybe I'll try some Nymphmare and start on that crystal, even though I'm below the AP DR cap. Good luck, man. Hopefully it's cool. I like the idea of the big Naga boy, but I don't know if I like the idea of jumping on the tower thing. But maybe. Maybe the place will be cool. I don't know. I'd like to try all of the Adonis spots, whether they're good or not, over time. Skip Nymphmare, it looks boring. I think it looks kind of interesting. Pretty unique as a grind spot. I guess you are just doing like big circles until you jump on the tower, but the tower part is pretty interesting. Tower mechanic's not that bad. Yeah, I guess you're probably not up there for very long, but I just don't like the small spaces for grinding. Stoke Forest a good spot? It's a pretty decent spot. It's pretty decent. It should be like 2.5 to 3 bill an hour. Something like that. It's pretty good. Three times an hour you go up there? Okay, that's not that bad, I guess. Did you quit turning around, sir? Been liking Orbita a lot. Maybe because still the honeymoon phase for me. Could be. Could be. Is this next maintenance when they're going to fix the minus DR, or was that last maintenance that they fixed it? Think I fixed this one? Okay, that's good. That's good. That was a heckin' bug, man. Mm-hmm. Decent day for money. I think we've actually made, what, 3 bill raw? 3 bill raw cash money? Pretty decent. Plan to watch something after stream is done. Just don't know what the AFK on OSRS. You were doing boat stuff earlier. You gonna pick that back up? Got to race Aaron to 99 boat. Not gonna race Aaron on that. He is a fair bit closer than you. Just a little bit. Okay, he's like 40k an hour. Do a sailing goal. Okay, if I can look what my next sailing goal is. Like pretty high, yeah. A lot of the cool stuff is high. '73 was Aqua Knights. Oh yeah. Fish blubber. This, I think, is our 13th hour of DSR. Yeah, we gotta up our numbers. We gotta grind more. I've been here, what, like a week? We're only at 13 hours. I think, we got the tongue grab piece, like, it must have been last weekend. Maybe it was last Sunday, even. I have to check the Discord. Let me double check. It's on the 31st, so 6 days ago. Yeah, it must have been like Sunday night, Monday morning kind of thing. I think it was before Monday's stream, yeah. So we've been at it a week. I've been averaging literally 2 hours a day at DSR. That's pretty interesting. So we're looking at a 2 to 3 month telescope. At the rate I'm going. 14 hours a week, that's what? 28 every 2 weeks, which makes it, quick math, 56 hours a month. So it'll take 2.5 months to reach the average. $74, $75, $76. All got some nice upgrades for boat, but after that it's 80. Gotcha. See, it's April, so I guess like midway through July we might have telescope. Might be in Orzekia. Unless we do some City of the Dead supplementation, then maybe we can bring that down a bit.
Hello there.
Blue Stormy Sky just followed.
Blue Stormy Sky, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Still tapping the main hand to Sep? I sure am. We are 40 clicks deep. 4-0. So 10 to go. Oh, man. Okay, that was an essence. That kind of scared me because it canceled my skill. I've got something cool there. I'll take the essence, though. It's gonna pity for sure? Definitely. It's definitely gonna pity, man. Which is gonna be about 55 bill in monies. But you know, saving up free crons, they just aren't giving away as many free crons as they were a little bit ago. So that's gonna slow down as well. The horse clicks slow way down, the main hand tap slow way down. Instead of like 2 clicks a day like we were doing during Night Vendor, it's literally gonna be like a click every 2 weeks. Pretty dookie.
Hello there.
Clopokapok just followed.
Sorry for butchering your name. Clopokopop. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, getting 50 per week is criminal, or 85 you do daily. I'm trying to do the daily, man. Ooh, another essence. I've been trying to do the daily. I'm not very good about it. Because I just hate dailies, and it's not something I think about. But I think we're going to end up like every 10 days or so being able to do a click. If I stay on top of it, I think I can do one on Wednesday reset, which would be, I guess, Thursday for stream. And that'll be the 15th click. Could be nice. Saved up 40 sensors to tap 2 horses. Got them in 10 and 5, so I have way too many left over. I have spent 40 sensors and only have 1. So, you know, some of us just can't be that carried, you know what I mean? But something that you could think about, I don't know which T10 you claimed for free, but if you make your own Pegasus, you can get a red one, and that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So if you happen to fall into some extra cash and get a couple of Peggies, it'd be kind of cool to make one. So it's out that they didn't let us swap color on the free mythical. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man. Because like the Pegasus used to just be red, and then like, oh, we're gonna add a white version, yada yada. You could swap it to the white version, yay! And now the red version is the rare one and the cool one. I don't know, kind of weird. Ads in 1 minute. Dun dun dun. Might be time for a monster break here. Probably won't be as gluggy because it's from a can this time. Acetal belt sold. A little bit more cash. What are you doing on the hill, guy? That's not very helpful. Can't even hit it. Elevation. No voice actor level of glug this time. The glug was from a shaker bottle. But now I'm drinking from a can. Can't really glug a can, you know? We sell 42 bill. Ooh, we got a boss. We got a boss. This could be a Rockabua. Imagine. Cheeky Rockaboo, sir. I would like it very much. A fragment. Okay, I'll take it. Better than nothing. Oh my lord. 2 crowns, thank you. The big swing. $1.50 an hour though, pretty good. Pretty good. There's like asterisks on that, but you know, it's basically $1.50 an hour. Only 2 crons though, pales in comparison to Ash Forest for crons. Also, we might have cooked our luck with the lung. RNG might be dead. Oh man. No longer dry at Huey, that's nice. You got something at Huey? I was pretty busy at work yesterday, so I didn't even get to check anything. Then I just went to sleep right after. Got a tome and 3 hide. Nice. Nice. Tome of Earth. Pretty cool. I think got 6 hides. What the heck? Carried. And the imbued heart. What a guy. What a guy. Going that long, around 5 minutes per kill. So you're saying I was an anchor? I was holding you guys back? Sounds about right. With you was 4 minutes? Wow, I'm worth a minute. Wow. A lot better stats and gear. Same with Aaron. That's fair, I suppose. I don't really have better stats or better gear. This is the song from the Chicken Ranch. You guys ever go for the bunny hood in Majora's Mask? Pretty cool. Pretty cool one. Gotta catch all the chickens. Never played it? What a game. Little chunk of crons there, nice. Nice. When game was out, gosh, 25 years ago? Like a long time ago. Very old. Very old game. I was not born yet then? You're not 25? Hello? Are you just a youngling? The heck? I feel old now. "2001 child? Oof. Oof. Turned 25 this year. That's crazy. I thought you were like roughly 30. I guess not. I guess I'm just the old one. You'll have to put me in a retirement home. Younger than both of you? I'm just an old man, as it turns out. We gotta update the title. Old man pushes buttons on keyboard. Hopes for telescope piece. Oh my gosh, a tide event, finally. 2003? I'm just ancient, holy. It's harder to get recognized and grow, and yet you average 10 more viewers on YouTube than Zethian. That's because I'm known for my YouTube viewership. I have made videos on YouTube for several years. Zethian only streams on YouTube. "1996 here, Ophelia, I'm older than you are." What the heck, dude? What the heck? Am I the oldest one here? No way, right? No way, right? Somebody make me feel not as old. Talon? I guess, yeah. There's no way you're older than me? Hopefully not. Somebody's got to be older than me. Got 2001, 2002, 2003 in chat. That's almost a royal flush. Or a regular flush? I don't know. I don't know how poker works. You achieved the Unk status? I guess. I don't really want it, but I guess. Just turned 34? I'm not far behind you, man. I'm almost 32. I'm an old man. Half dead already. Powerlift, work, and play BDO. That's the wombo combo, man. That's all you really need. That's all you really need. You're 32? Okay. Okay. Starting to feel a little better. We're starting to offset. Starting to offset the young people. Wish my DP was the size my bench is. One day. One day. You just gotta keep getting older. And then also get a Dawn Armors. The two numbers will start getting closer to each other. Though the like strength curve is very interesting. It's very different than most of the other curves. Because it doesn't seem to dissipate very much with age. Which is pretty unique. $475 DP would be amazing. Couple of Dawn Armors, man. You'll get there. You'll get there. I'm not even sure what the max DP is in the game. $495. Hey, so it's possible. Possible. You just gotta stop growing your bench. Goals to achieve 500 level bench. That's gonna be rough. I mean, you're getting there, man. You're getting there. You're not far off. Not far off. A little bit more building. Should we just pay for a click on the main hand today? Should we just pay for a main hand click? For some reason, I get the feeling that it's going to go. I don't know why I feel that way, because it probably won't go. But I kind of just want to pay for a click. It'd be so good to get, because then my free crowns could go toward the offhand. That'd be so nice. Switch from pounds to kg, problem solved though. Then your bench is only like 200. The heck? Just one should be fine. It's like a little over 3 bill that I have to go out of pocket for, but at the start of today we had 30 bill and now we have like 43 bill, so of course a lot of that was the weekly bosses, but we're making some okay progress. We could probably squeeze a click in. When I have 300 crowns, I need to buy 1,200. 3.6 bill or something? Think you deserve a click today? I deserve a success today. Not just a click, a success. We've clicked it 40 times. Ooh, and another tide. Log. 40 times I've clicked that frickin' thing. It should go. I hit double ring and let my greed take over and pen clicked and it failed. Yeah, not everybody can be Talon, man. Out here one tapping a bunch of Debos. Or 3 tapping a bunch of Debos. Is hammers just instead of crons? Yeah, it is exactly that. So you save the hammers for things that are expensive for crons, right? Like deck in this case. The tides are so cool, man. I love all the mobs. You're to lock yourself on a grind spot for 50 hours. What spot would that be? Probably this one. We're realistically going to be here for like 150 hours. So, and like the money isn't bad either. It's not quite as good as Thornwood, but it's pretty good. And it's comfy, you know? You're the same gear AP-wise, so I'm trying to keep up with you, and we're running about the same hours a week. Interesting. So you're like trying to jump ahead by enhancing some Debos instead of buying them? I got you. I got you. Got you. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. I'm just going to buy everything. Obviously, my main hand is really bringing us down, but, you know, sometimes it'd be like that. Poor little snake, now you're 30 bill ahead of me. Yeah. It's not a cave. It's not a cave, no. But not everything can be a cave. We're basically there's no more caves in the game. We have graduated from caves. Until the end. At the end, there's a cave. No more caves until the end. I'm looking forward to Tap Fallen God. Already 23 out of 50. Oh, man. That's awful. That's awful. I have to tap one because it's the Fugar Fallen God, but man, I'm gonna buy the other ones for sure. Am I the only one who doesn't like Sakraya? Possibly, yeah. Sakraya is like just an old school, like nostalgia trip, basically. So I think that's why a lot of people do like it. Classic little nostalgia trip. Hated it back then too? That's really interesting. I don't care for Star's End personally, but I know a lot of people like that too. Always preferred Sakraya. I like tentacle mobs. Sus. Crescent is the best spot. That's definitely not the case. It's not even a cave. Crypt best spot? Crypt is dookie. I hate Crypt. I hate Crypt. Talk to a guild leader. I know my stuff.
Hello there.
Giot just followed.
JOTW. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Happy Sunday, Easter. One of them. That guy's angry at me. Started to scream. Man, hopefully it goes on 41. That'd be so sick to just be done with that freaking main hand for a bit. Rage. I think I'll even walk it over to Velia. Do the OG tinfoil. Have we done a click of the grind spot? I think I have, yeah. It never goes well. Did it make spot feel the same though? Props for that. Oh yeah, to like the OG stuff, yeah. which is good. It's good that they didn't change it. I think people would have been upset if it was like very different, you know? Stars is different in a bad way. Are you doing like the super sweaty stuff where you like go pop the towers back and forth? I think I'd just grind it normally, man. I can't be bothered to do the giga sweaty stuff. A DP stone? Will it work on Adania bosses or not? I don't think so. I don't think it counts for that stuff. I also don't think it would help, because I think the one-shots are just one-shots. I could be wrong. I don't know. It should tell you on the window though. But it would just like you wouldn't be able to get to the next boss with it. You'd still be doing Jordine. I don't think you really need it for Jordine. But grats on your DP stone. That's kind of pop. There another way to get those stones? Nope. They're just a global grind drop that's pretty friggin' rare. I was doing sweaty stuff? Yeah, I don't think I could, man. I don't like being sweaty. Take a shower? Yeah. But make sure to bring your mouse and keyboard and a monitor in there so you can keep grinding. Keep grinding forehead. Oh, that's a tide. Let me at it. Yeah, buddy. 3 tides this hour? That's more than I've gotten the last 4 hours combined. Huge. I'll never be able to defeat those bosses. I'll probably be limited to 450 DP. You definitely can do it, man. You can definitely do the bosses. You got this. You got this. You can do it. Just use VR. Yeah, like waterproof VR. Really need to learn myself to do shrine bosses. The extra cash be nice. 360 AP. What I'll say is, like, I was pretty apprehensive as well, but Sangoon is pretty doable. Like, it's pretty easy. I watched a 3-minute video on Sangoon, and I 2-shot C8 and I 2-shot C9. So it's pretty easy. I would say Golden Pig King is ass, and I'd like maybe just skip that one and move on to like Bamboo or whatever. But you might even be able to just do, because there's 2 more bosses at 360, right? Like I think they're Apex and Bamboo. You might be able to just do those ones, and I've heard that they're even easier still. So need to beat everything to C7 first? No, you don't. You could just go straight into C8, C9. So that's what I would do. The rewards for the earlier ones aren't even worth it as well, relative to just doing a C8. Destiny is also best rewards for C8 at 365. Pretty close. If I said that? No, you don't have to do the earlier ones. You could just jump straight into C8. Or C9. You could just do a C10 right off the bat. Like it. You don't have to do the earlier ones. Were guys also easy and good rewards? Yeah. You just need a bit more AP. Do Origin sell on an 8? They do. It takes a few days, but they do. And I think they probably also sell on EU, right? It just takes more time. Any gear advice? I can look at it. Only managed to beat C7 boss once with my gear, and are in the 2 years attempts been able to beat any other level. Well, C7 doesn't even use your gear. C8 is the starting point of using your gear, so I would try C8. You got a lot of gear, man. 23, 9, 4, 44. You're... What's the next boss? 385, 445, I think, right? No, it's 380, 445. So 385, 450. I suppose you're just working on DP, right? To get to... Was it the Caphra's boss you're working toward? You're pretty juiced, man. Pretty juiced. Full deck accessories, that's nice. You could probably go for like a Resplendent Vel's Heart. Or maybe even the next step up. You're about that gear where I would think about doing that for a little bit more attack speed. But other than that, you could obviously get your Tet helmet and get that to Adana. Because that's a base Adana would be 11 DR over a Tet helmet. So that's where you're kind of lacking there a little bit. I think your AP is good. 389 is like really, really good. But basically, like, the way you do it is just going for these Adana bosses. The Adana requirements over and over again. So I would do AP to the next one and then DP to the next one. I think you have the AP for the next one and not the DP. So I'd probably get the Tet helmet and keep working on your boots since they're Pry. Did always one-shot? Yeah, they have one-shot mechanics. If you do the mechanic wrong, it'll one-shot you. So, like, that's the difficulty of the boss, is the one-shots. You have to learn them. You can't just, like, go in there and fight them and expect to win not knowing anything. You really do, like, need to learn them in practice. I would recommend Oduxing Shrine boss. Make it easy, and it's the most money. Yeah, need more gear, though. Need more gear. C10 Pig King took me 45 minutes yesterday and the rewards are bad. Yeah, I would just not bother with Pig King personally. He's kind of dookie. Bamboo and Apex are also pretty easy. Those are at 360, right? For Bamboo and Apex. Bamboo. Yeah, 360. Don't have enough gear. Also need to start Jordine. No Tet armors yet, but gotta start that. You don't need Tet armors to do Jordine. You just need an Exalted Alchemy Stone and Tri armors. And you could do Jordine. I'm up for the exchange. Oh yeah. Definitely worth doing Jordine though, as much as you can to start getting the stones. So I always stay limited to 450 because of one-shot mechanics. They're not even that bad, man. Like, the boss is not too hard. Jordine is pretty easy. Wait, is our hour done? Whoops. Our hour is done. We're a minute over. Okay. Let's get out of here. If they had brain off bosses, I'd be there ASAP. That'd be so, like, boring, though. What would be the point in a brain off boss? Why not just have it be another grind spot? 5-stream watch streak. Whoa! What the heck? We have been streaming a lot lately. Was this like the 13th day in a row or something? Crazy. Another bill. I guess I'm gonna keep that stuff out. Let me pull 5 bill out actually. Minus 5 bill. To gain gear? Yeah, but like the bosses kind of already, like if you've done them before, they're kind of already brain off. Because they're really not hard, man. They really aren't. In fact, I beat Jordan on my 3rd try and I went in blind. That's how easy it is. To do the click offline, I've tried that before. I've done a couple offline clicks. Doesn't do anything. It doesn't go. Okay, we need 1,176, I think. Let's see. Let's see if my math's good. 1176. That's 3.5 bill. Oof. My math was correct. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. So we're ending the day at 39.8 bill. And hopefully Sep main hand, but probably not lol. One of the few I can just chill and listen to. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is it like the monotone voice that I get told about? Yeet. We slowly float down. Oh, man. Okay. We are 40 clicks in. The average success rate is 17. 17. We deserve. We deserve. Not so much monotone, just consistent volume, no panicking, no BS. I gotcha. I gotcha. That makes some sense. I do sometimes panic though. Like when we hit the pen Debo, I nearly hyperventilated. And it wasn't because I was excited about getting the pen Debo. It was that I was excited to not be trapped to horse catching every moment of my life for the next 6 months. Okay, 5.2%, 41st click. Please, we are more than deserving. Give me something. Come on. Of course. We're pitying. We are pitying. What a terrible, terrible system. I hate this game. Repair. The good news, though, check this out. Here's the good news. We need 9 more clicks at 15. Whoops. 9 more clicks at 1550 crons means that's only going to cost another 41.8 bill. It's only 41.8 more bill, which means that the total cost will be 50 times 1550. So the total cost will be 232 bill. For a SEP main hand. Awful. Awful. We better frickin' one tap Oct for how this is going. Offense is also going amazing. Great. Great. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Then Oct will one tap. It better frickin' one tap. I'm gonna rage if it doesn't one tap. Full on rage. Just hammer it. It'd be a waste of hammers, man. What a waste of hammers. Got really lucky with Oct main hand. I'm actually 3 clicks in on Oct on my awakening. So have not gotten lucky on that so far, but I'm like not clicking it anymore, obviously, since we rolled to Nova. Those are just some clicks I did in the past. But, you know, one day it'll go. New player here. Is there any way to turn off A and D turning the camera when sprinting? No. No, that's just a natural thing when sprinting. The only thing when that's not a case, okay, let me show you. There's exactly 2 situations in which A or D while sprinting will not turn the camera. Maybe 3. And I will show you. But you will have to hard roll your class. Walking, I take, is one of it? No. No. If you get on a ninja, okay, ninja has this buff called target chase, which I don't have bound. But if you use target chase, then while sprinting, A or D will not turn the camera. The other class that has this buff is Kuno. So if you're playing ninja or Kuno, A or D will not turn the camera. The only other one I think is Ranger. I'd have to double check on that. But I think Ranger's E buff. So for 30 seconds every 3 minutes, you can sprint and not turn the camera. I think. And those are the only situations in which you can sprint without turning the camera with A or D. Do I have a weapon? I don't even have a weapon on her, so I can't even test it for you. But it'd be Awakening Ranger specifically, I'm pretty sure. We'll do the same thing that Ninja Kuno do. And that's it. There's really no way to turn it off, man. It's just how the camera control works. But if you're like grinding, you shouldn't be sprinting. Because pretty much every class in the game has mobility skills that are better than just sprinting. So you'll have to just kind of get used to using your class's mobility skill. And it's just something you'll get used to over time, you know? Having to definitely remind myself not to touch it. Yeah, you'll get used to it, man. You'll get used to it. But I unfortunately do have to go to work here very soon. So Let me pull this other lung in here just to have them both next to each other, lol. And it will be time for me to call it for the day. We didn't get our main hand. We have 9 more clicks to pity. Classic. We did make about 10 bill today, though, after the bosses. After the boss rewards, which is kind of nice. We have another Kabula fragment to sell, so I guess we are right about the 10 bill mark. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. We'll be back Monday at the normal time. So like 3-ish hours from now, but on Monday. For another stream. We'll just be doing more DSR probably. And I'll be saving it for the pen Debo, man. 40 bill down. 125 bill to go. We'll get there in, 3 or 4 weeks probably. Something like that. But thank you guys for being here today. Thank you all for the support as well. And I will see you all on Monday.